Good morning guys, welcome back to another Robert Does Fishing vlog. I hope we're all doing well and thanks very much for joining me on the water once again. So this weekend guys, I am in what's widely considered to be the home of salmon fishing here in Scotland. I am up in beautiful Spey side this weekend for 3 days of fishing on the beautiful Tolkien estate. This is actually my first time fishing the River Spey, so I'm super excited to get in the water and throw a line and see if there's anything about. It's still pretty early on in the season, it's March just now, so it'll be the spring fish that we're after. And yeah, this time of year it's about quality rather than quantity, so hopefully there's a fish or two in there for us this weekend. So I'm actually fishing beat A today guys. We'll be rotating the beats that we're fishing on. There's 4 beats altogether, A to D here at Tolkien Estate. So yeah, like I say, I'll be fishing beat A today. Unsure of which beats I'll be fishing for the following 2 days, but we'll get a video going for each of those days as well. So before I get into the setup guys, like I always say, if this is your first time coming across the channel and you like fishing content, please have a think about hitting that subscribe button and hit that bell icon so that you get notified when I release future content. But let's take a wee look at the setup for today before we jump in the water. Guys, let's take a wee look at today's setup. So those of you that are familiar with the channel will know that this does not differ greatly. So my rod today is my usual Oracle Scandi 12'9" for an 8 weight. My reel that I've got is my Danielson L5W and that's in the 8 to 12 size. The line that I've got is the Rio Scandi Short, and I've just got the full floating line set up with that today. The gilly just told me the water's quite shallow and quite low today, so I've got the full floating line set up. On the end I have a 5-foot clear airflow poly leader salmon, that's the intermediate, and I've probably got about 6 or 7 feet of 15-pound Maxima Chameleon nylon, and I think we'll start with a wee, is that going to focus? I think we'll start with a wee cascade pattern today, a wee double. I think that's a size 8 or a 10. So yeah, the gilly told us not to go too heavy or too big, so yeah, that's it guys. Let's get ourselves in the water, have a few casts, and we'll see how we get on. Alright guys, so I'll just start at the top of this pool here, and rather embarrassingly I can't remember the name of it for the life of me, even though Jim the gilly was telling me on the way up there in the van. So yeah, not any arduous wading today thankfully, just shin deep, just working down the right hand side here, and we'll just keep working our way down, maybe run through this pool a couple of times. That should take us up to lunchtime. But yeah, it's been a cold one overnight guys. There was plenty of ice and a bit of frost and a bit of slushy stuff in the road as well, so I've got the gloves on and I've got the woolly bonnet on today as well, but I can already feel it starting to heat up a wee bit, so hopefully we're not going to be standing here chanking all day in the river. But yeah, there's actually there's a big group of us up here this weekend. I was very kindly invited on the trip by fellow YouTuber Cornish Chris, for those of you that are familiar with Chris's channel. There's also a few other guys that you may know if you watch YouTube, if you watch fishing stuff on YouTube. So we've got Toby Hardwick from Hardlines Angling on the trip as well. We've got Colin Ferguson from CF Fishing, and we have Ian Bain as well. So I'm actually fishing on a beat with Chris today, but he's further down. We might get to fish together later on, we'll see. But Ian and the other guys are on different beats today. So, but yeah, we're all staying at the same hotel just down in Nethy Bridge. So had some dinner last night and few drinks, so it was lovely to meet everyone and get to know everyone a bit better. So yeah, before I put the GoPro on, guys, I was just having a usual, just short line out, gradually extending it. And Jim the Gilly said just to cast beyond the, little bit beyond the stream there and let the fly come round. I'm pretty shallow here, so no need for anything too big or heavy today. And yeah, like I said in my intro, guys, it's about quality over quantity at this time of year. Jim was saying they did see a couple of fish on the beat for the first time yesterday, so hopefully that's an encouraging sign that they're about, albeit in limited numbers. But yeah, I think this is my first time proper spring fishing, you know. I know I was out in Findiney a couple of weeks ago, but that was really just for a cast to let the dog have a run about as well. But I'm not usually out fishing for salmon at this time of year. But it is a pleasure to be here. It's a pleasure to be on Speyside and wetting a line, that's for sure. Yeah, like I say, we're on the right bank today. It's not my preferred bank for fishing. I'll need to learn to cast off my left shoulder with a single spey, but thankfully there's no wind about today, so we'll do just fine with our double spey and snake roll as well. But I really need to do some practice and spend some time learning to cast off my other shoulder. I think from everyone I've spoke to that's learned how to do it, it's just a case of forcing yourself into it, and the muscle memory will come and the timing will come. But this weekend certainly comes with no expectations. I'm really just here to enjoy myself. Nice and relaxing and just casting a line, and especially with the lighter stuff, you know, with the floating line on and the smallish flies. Just a pleasure. So many pheasants and whatnot in the way in. Maybe try and get out just that wee bit further. Aye, should be alright. There's a spit of rain on now. Did say there were to be light showers today. Hopefully it doesn't turn heavy. I really don't fancy a soaking in this temperature. My toes are starting to get cold now as well. Get 2 pairs of socks on. You know what it's like when you're wading in cold water. It feels like your feet are wet, but they're not. It's actually just the temperature. I did buy some tubes for this trip. Oh, that was a bad cast. Yeah, I was on holiday down south last week, and we stopped in the Lake District just to break up the journey on the way back up, because I was all the way down in Suffolk. But and of course, if I was in the Lake District, then a wee trip to John Norris was on the cards. So, because I thought I'd probably not have time to tie up some more flies before I came up here on this trip, so I went into John Norris to buy some. As usual, spent far too much money. I got these gloves as well, so I knew it was going to be cold this week, so I think some new gloves were in order, and so far they're doing the trick well. Right, we'll have one more cast here and then we'll head back up and start again from the top until Jim comes and grabs us and moves us elsewhere, or it's lunchtime. Somebody's got a fire going on the other side of the river up near that house or the farm. It smells good. Love the smell of a wood fire. Jim was saying there one of the boys further down had a solid pool, just didn't connect. Oh, that was a pool. That was a solid dunt there. Interesting. Might not have been a salmon, of course. Might have been a trout, but it was a good solid dunt. Take a couple of steps back, give it a minute, and then we'll do the same again and see if that interested party is still interested. Nah. It's not coming back. I think I've had it. I've had it with that chance, but like I say, it could have been anything, but it was a good solid dunt anyway. Alright guys, we've just had lunch and I'm having a cast in the pool in front of the hut. Had some nice broth and sandwiches for lunch there, which was good. So yeah, me and one of the other lads are just swapping. Fishing this part and just swapping. But the sun's made an appearance now, which is good. Hopefully heat things up a bit. So yeah, I've still got the same tip on, guys, same fly as well, the wee Cascade. Quite happy to stick with that, to be honest. I'm not getting caught in the bottom or anything, which is always nice. There's a fish there. It's the first fish I've seen today. Any action, Chris? Nah. Nah. Saw a fish up there. That was it. Yeah. Ah. Right, I think we'll have a wee seat for a minute. Get some B-roll footage. Well guys, that's me back in my hotel room just now. The GoPro batteries finally gave up the ghost there, and then I forgot to do an outro video at the river, so here we are. But yeah, what a fantastic day as an introduction for me to the River Spey, guys. Talking Beat 8 was absolutely fantastic. I would definitely be back. A big thanks to Jim the Gilly, what an absolute gem of a guy. Really nice guy, and yeah, he looked after us very well today. So yeah, it just was a shame that there was no fish caught, but hey, there was a few fish about, and it just felt like the line could go tight at any minute. It was a really pleasurable beat to fish today. So yeah, that's it for today, guys. Like I always say, if this is your first time coming across the channel and you like this type of content, please consider hitting that subscribe button and hit that bell icon so that you get notified when I release future content. But look out for day 2's video, guys. That'll be coming soon, and we are on beat B of Tolkien tomorrow, so looking forward to fishing that new beat as well. So that's it for now, guys. Thanks very much for watching, and we'll see you again soon. Cheers.